we dive deep into rare coins and treasures that could be hiding right in your pocket change. Today, we've got an exciting one for you, the 1968 Roosevelt dime without a mint mark. Believe it or not, the seemingly ordinary coin could be worth up to millions of dollars. Stay tuned, because you won't want to miss out on this. So, what's the deal with the 1968 no mint mark dime, and why is it so valuable? Let's take a step back and break it all down. The Roosevelt dime was first minted in 1946, right after President Franklin D. Roosevelt's death, as a tribute to his efforts in founding the March of Dimes campaign. For decades, dimes were produced across three primary U.S. mint locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each location had its unique mint mark to signify where the coin was struck. But here's where things get interesting. In 1968, something unusual happened. A batch of dimes was struck in Philadelphia without the P mint mark. Now, this may sound like a small oversight, but in the world of coin collecting, it's huge. Philadelphia didn't start regularly using the P mint mark on dimes until 1980, so if you come across a dime from the 60s or 70s without a mint mark, you may think it's normal, but in this case, it's not. Now, you may be asking, why is this no mint mark dime from 1968 so special? Well, some experts believe that these dimes were mistakenly struck using the San Francisco die, which was supposed to carry the S mint mark. This error makes the coin incredibly rare. Imagine this: out of the billions of dimes produced that year, only a very small fraction left the mint without the proper mark. These rare coins have now caught the attention of collectors worldwide, driving up their value to astonishing levels. At auctions, these error coins have fetched jaw-dropping prices. In some cases, the 1968 no mint mark dime has sold for millions of dollars. That's right, a coin you could easily mistake for spare change could actually be worth more than a house. So, what should you be looking for? The first thing is, of course, the absence of the mint mark. Flip the coin over and inspect the bottom right side of the torch on the reverse side. If there's no mint mark, you might have something special. However, condition matters too. The value of the 1968 no mint mark dime depends heavily on its condition. Coins in near mint condition or better will command the highest prices. If your coin is graded as MS65 or higher, the value skyrockets. To truly know its worth, you'll want to get the coin professionally graded by an expert. Grading agencies like PCGS or NGC specialize in determining the exact condition and rarity of coins. Having your 1968 no mint mark dime certified can be the difference between a small fortune and a literal jackpot. One of these coins was recently sold at auction for over $1.5 million, making it one of the most sought-after Roosevelt dimes in the world. And with fewer of these error coins being discovered, their value is only expected to rise over time. So, the next time you're going through your loose change or examining your coin collection, be sure to check those dimes carefully. That small, seemingly insignificant coin could actually be the key to a life-changing discovery. To sum it up, if you find a 1968 Roosevelt dime without a mint mark, and it's in excellent condition, you could be looking at a coin worth millions of dollars. It's incredible how a simple minting error has turned an ordinary dime into one of the most valuable coins ever discovered. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope this video inspires you to start checking your spare change a little more closely. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting coin discoveries, and hit the bell icon to get notified every time we post a new video. Who knows? You might be the next lucky person to stumble upon a $1 million coin. We dive deep into rare coins and treasures that could be hiding right in your pocket change. Today, we've got an exciting one for you, the 1968 Roosevelt dime without a mint mark. Believe it or not, the seemingly ordinary coin could be worth up to millions of dollars. Stay tuned, because you won't want to miss out on this. So, what's the deal with the 1968 no mint mark dime, and why is it so valuable? Let's take a step back and break it all down. The Roosevelt dime was first minted in 1946, right after President Franklin D. Roosevelt's death, as a tribute to his efforts in founding the March of Dimes campaign. For decades, dimes were produced across three primary U.S. mint locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each location had its unique mint mark to signify where the coin was struck. But here's where things get interesting. In 1968, something unusual happened. A batch of dimes was struck in Philadelphia without the P mint mark. Now, this may sound like a small oversight, but in the world of coin collecting, it's huge. Philadelphia didn't start regularly using the P mint mark on dimes until 1980, so if you come across a dime from the 60s or 70s without a mint mark, you may think it's normal, but in this case, it's not. Now, you may be asking, why is this no mint mark dime from 1968 so special? Well, some experts believe that these dimes were mistakenly struck using the San Francisco die, which was supposed to carry the S mint mark. This error makes the coin incredibly rare. Imagine this: out of the billions of dimes produced that year, only a very small fraction left the mint without the proper mark. These rare coins have now caught the attention of collectors worldwide, driving up their value to astonishing levels. At auctions, these error coins have fetched jaw-dropping prices. In some cases, the 1968 no mint mark dime has sold for millions of dollars. That's right, a coin you could easily mistake for spare change could actually be worth more than a house. So, what should you be looking for? The first thing is, of course, the absence of the mint mark. Flip the coin over and inspect the bottom right side of the torch on the reverse side. If there's no mint mark, you might have something special. However, condition matters too. The value of the 1968 no mint mark dime depends heavily on its condition. Coins in near mint condition or better will command the highest prices. If your coin is graded as MS65 or higher, the value skyrockets. To truly know its worth, you'll want to get the coin professionally graded by an expert. Grading agencies like PCGS or NGC specialize in determining the exact condition and rarity of coins. Having your 1968 no mint mark dime certified can be the difference between a small fortune and a literal jackpot. One of these coins was recently sold at auction for over $1.5 million, making it one of the most sought-after Roosevelt dimes in the world. And with fewer of these error coins being discovered, their value is only expected to rise over time. So, the next time you're going through your loose change or examining your coin collection, be sure to check those dimes carefully. That small, seemingly insignificant coin could actually be the key to a life-changing discovery. To sum it up, if you find a 1968 Roosevelt dime without a mint mark, and it's in excellent condition, you could be looking at a coin worth millions of dollars. It's incredible how a simple minting error has turned an ordinary dime into one of the most valuable coins ever discovered. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope this video inspires you to start checking your spare change a little more closely. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting coin discoveries, and hit the bell icon to get notified every time we post a new video. Who knows? You might be the next lucky person to stumble upon $1 million worth of fortune. In today's video, we're talking about a seemingly ordinary coin that could be hiding in your pocket change right now, the 1969 Roosevelt dime. You heard it right, some of these coins are worth millions of dollars. So, grab your magnifying glass and let's find out how this simple dime turned into a treasure. Before we dive into the details of this incredible coin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you won't miss any of our future videos on rare and valuable coins. Let's start by going back in time to 1969. The United States was recovering from the chaos of the 1960s, and the US Mint was producing billions of coins for circulation to keep up with the economy. One of those coins was the Roosevelt dime, which was minted in Denver, marked by the D mint mark. This coin was made of a copper-nickel blend, typical for dimes minted after 1965 when silver was removed from regular circulating dimes. Most of these 1969 D dimes are worth their face value, just 10 cents. But what makes a few of these coins worth millions of dollars? That's what we're about to uncover. Here's where things get interesting. What really gives the 1969 D dime its value is a mint error, and not just any error, but one of the rarest and most sought-after types of mistakes. We're talking about misprints, overstrikes, and double dies ***. The most famous and valuable error on a 1969 D Roosevelt dime is the double die error. This is when the die that strikes the coin has been improperly prepared, causing a doubling of the design. On these rare dimes, you can see clear doubling in the lettering, especially on Liberty and In God We Trust. These doubling errors are incredibly rare, and only a few of them escape the mint's quality control. It's these specific coins that collectors are hunting for, and they're willing to pay big money to get their hands on one. Now, let's talk money. How much is a 1969 D dime with this era worth today? In recent years, these era dimes have fetched mind-blowing prices at auctions. One particularly well-preserved 1969 D Roosevelt dime with a double die error sold for over $1.5 million at a high-profile auction. Can you believe it? A tiny dime worth $1 million. But why would collectors pay so much for a single coin? The answer lies in its rarity. These error coins are so scarce that even the smallest variations in condition can make a huge difference in price. With minimal wear and tear, will obviously fetch the highest prices. But even if your coin isn't in perfect shape, it can still be worth a substantial amount, sometimes in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, how do you know if you have one of these valuable 1969 D dimes? First, grab a magnifying glass and look at the coin carefully. Focus on the lettering, especially Liberty and the phrase, "In God We Trust." If you notice any doubling in the letters, you might have hit the jackpot. But be careful. There are a lot of fakes and reproductions out there, so if you think you found a valuable coin, take it to a professional coin grader or dealer for authentication. They can confirm whether your dime is the real deal and give you an estimate of its value. Now, if you're ready to start hunting for one of these valuable coins, here are a few tips. You never know what could be hiding in there. Where you might stumble upon a rare find. From banks or even eBay listings that offer unsearched rolls of dimes. With a little patience and luck, you could find a 1969 D dime worth millions without even realizing it. And there you have it, folks. The 1969 D Roosevelt dime may seem like an ordinary coin, but thanks to rare mint errors, it has the potential to be worth a fortune. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, always keep an eye on your change, because you never know when you might stumble upon a coin worth millions. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share // with your friends. Leave a comment below if you've ever come across any rare coins or if you have questions about your collection. And as always, thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! That's right. Hidden treasures like this exist, and today we're uncovering the incredible story of the 1972 mint mark dime that has taken the coin world by storm. Before we dive into why this particular coin is so valuable, let's take a quick trip back in time. 1972 was a simpler era and age of bell-bottoms, record players, and, yes, dimes. The 1972 Roosevelt dime, like most dimes minted after 1946, features the profile of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The Roosevelt dime was originally introduced to honor the 32nd president, and over the years, billions of these dimes have been minted. But not all dimes are created equal. Some have hidden secrets that collectors are willing to pay a fortune for. So, what's the big deal with the 1972 dime? Why are certain coins from this year skyrocketing in value? Well, the answer lies in a combination of rarity, mint errors, and condition. First, let's talk about mint marks. In 1972, dimes were produced at 3 different U.S. mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, marked with a D; and San Francisco, marked with an S. While most 1972 dimes are worth their face value of 10 cents, a select few are now worth millions due to mint errors. The real reason this dime is fetching insane prices at auctions is due to an extremely rare mint error. One of the most famous errors found in the 1972 dime is the no S proof coin. While most proof dimes struck in San Francisco have an S mint mark, there are a small number of proof dimes from that year that were mistakenly struck without it. These no S dimes were never meant to circulate and were only released in special proof sets sold to collectors. But due to a minting mistake, a few sets were released without the S mint mark. These error coins are so rare that only a handful are known to exist. Now, let's talk money. These error dimes have been breaking records at auctions for years. In 2019, a 1972 no S proof dime sold for over $450,000. And in 2021, another one reached nearly $1 million. That's right, a single dime worth a staggering $1 million. For a coin that was originally worth just 10 cents, that's an astronomical return on investment. But why are collectors willing to pay so much for these dimes? The answer lies in rarity and desirability. When it comes to coin collecting, the fewer there are of something, the more valuable it becomes. And the no-S-proof dimes are one of the rarest errors in U.S. coinage history. Combine that with the fact that these dimes were only made in small proof sets, and you have a perfect storm for creating $1 million coin. But collectors also care about condition. The highest prices are paid for coins in pristine condition, graded by professional services as Proof 69 or Proof 70. So, how can you tell if you have one of these ultra-rare dimes? First, look for the year 1972. Then, if your dime is part of a proof set, check for the missing S mint mark. Remember, this error only applies to proof coins. If you're looking at a regular circulating dime, it's probably not worth much more than 10 cents. But if you have a proof coin from 1972, it's worth checking closely. Could you have one of these dimes in your possession? It's entirely possible. Many collectors don't even realize they have a rare no-S-proof dime sitting in an old proof set. Imagine finding a coin in your attic or basement that could change your life forever. The story of the 1972 no-S mint mark dime reminds us that sometimes the smallest treasures can be worth the most. It's a lesson to always check your coins and to never overlook the potential value of what's in your pocket. Who knows, you might be holding the next $1 million discovery. Thanks for joining me on this incredible journey into the world of rare coins. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins and hidden treasures, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Keep searching, and maybe you'll find your own $1 million dime. We're diving deep into one of the most talked about coins in recent years, the 1973 D Mint Mark I dime. Yes, you heard that right, this little coin could be worth millions of dollars. Intrigued? Stick around as we uncover why this ordinary-looking dime is turning heads and making headlines in the coin-collecting community. So, let's start with a bit of history. The 1973 D dime was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the major mints in the United States. Now, on the surface, it looks just like any other Roosevelt dime, a small, silver-colored coin that you probably have in your pocket or piggy bank right now. But here's where things get interesting. Not all coins are created equal, even if they look the same. A tiny variation, an error, or an extremely rare characteristic can turn a common coin into something worth millions. And that's exactly what happened with this 1973 D Mint Mark I dime. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. What exactly makes this dime so valuable? First off, the 1973 D dime is special due to its mint mark. The D stands for Denver, meaning it was minted in the Denver Mint. While millions of these dimes were struck, not all of them share the same fate. Some rare errors and unique characteristics in specific dimes have been discovered, making them highly coveted by collectors. But the real reason behind the value spike lies in error coins. Coins that were accidentally struck with unusual features during the minting process become instant treasures. Sometimes these errors are barely noticeable to the naked eye, but coin experts know exactly what to look for. So, what should you be looking for if you have a 1973 D dime lying around? Let's talk about the specific errors that have made some of these dimes worth an absolute fortune. One of the most famous errors is the double die strike. This is when the coin is struck twice, slightly off-center, causing a doubled image, especially on the date, mint mark, or lettering. Another major error is a planchet mistake, where the dime might have been struck on the wrong metal or had a defective surface during production. Collectors have also found off-center strikes where the design appears misaligned, and even clipped planchets where part of the coin is missing. These errors may seem small, but they drastically increase the value of the dime. Now, let's talk about the real jaw-dropper, how a simple 1973 D dime fetched a mind-blowing sum at auction. In recent years, an error-filled 1973 D dime shocked the world when it sold for over $1 million at auction. Coin collectors were stunned, and this sale made headlines in the numismatic. With this particular dime had a combination of rare errors, including a double die strike and a unique planchet defect, making it one of the most valuable dimes ever discovered. Since then, collectors have been hunting for more 1973 D dimes with similar errors, hoping to strike gold. So, how can you check if your 1973 D dime is worth a small fortune? Here's a quick checklist. If you spot any of these features, you could be holding onto a jackpot. But before you get too excited, make sure to get your coin authenticated by a professional coin grading service. So there you have it. The 1973 D Mint Mark I dime, a coin that could be sitting in your change jar and worth millions. Who would have thought, right? If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on our next video where we dive into more rare coins that could make you rich. And as always, happy hunting, and may you find that $1 million treasure in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Hey there, treasure hunters and coin enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, and I've got a story that's going to blow your mind. We're talking about a simple dime, yes, you heard that right, a 1978 D. Roosevelt dime that could be worth millions. Stick around because we're going to explore what makes this coin so incredibly valuable, how you might even have one lying around, and what you should look for if you want to join the $1 Million Club. Let's get started. Let's first break down what we're talking about. The 1978 D. Roosevelt dime was minted in Denver, hence the D mint mark. Now, the Roosevelt dime itself isn't a rare coin, there were hundreds of millions minted that year. But, and this is a big but, some of these dimes have errors and variations that can make them highly valuable. And when I say highly valuable, I mean life-changing sums of money. So, what's the big deal with the 1978 D dime? Well, it's all about rare minting errors, variations, and the pristine condition of the coin. Collectors go wild for coins that have certain characteristics that set them apart from the millions of others produced. Now, let's talk about the types of minting errors you might find on a 1978 D dime. One of the most valuable is a double die error. This is when the design is struck twice, but slightly off-center, causing the image or lettering on the coin to appear doubled. In some cases, this error can be so slight you might not even notice it at first glance, but to collectors, it's pure gold or, in this case, pure silver. If you happen to have a 1978 D dime with a significant double die error, you're looking at a potential fortune. And I mean a serious fortune. Dimes like these have sold at auctions for upwards of $1 million. Yes, a single dime that you might find in your spare change could be worth more than a house, a car, or even an entire college tuition. But it's not just double die errors that make these dimes valuable. Another thing that collectors look for is the coin's condition. This is known as the coin's grade, and the most sought-after coins are in mint state condition, graded MS65 or higher. That means the coin must look almost as perfect as the day it was minted, no scratches, no wear, no blemishes. The grading scale goes from MS60, which is still valuable but shows minor imperfections, all the way to MS70, which is essentially a flawless coin. If you happen to have a 1978 D dime in MS65 or better condition, especially one with a rare error like a double die, you could be sitting on a coin worth millions. Coins like these have made headlines at some of the world's biggest coin auctions. Collectors from around the globe are willing to pay huge sums for rare coins in top condition. In fact, a pristine 1978 D dime with the right error has fetched over $1 million in auction houses. So, how do you know if you've got one of these dimes sitting in your piggy bank or coin jar at home? First, grab a magnifying glass and take a close look at your 1978 D dimes. Check the D mint mark, make sure it's clear and prominent. Then, inspect the rest of the coin, especially the lettering and the outline of Roosevelt's profile. Look for any doubling or unusual features. Pay special attention to the date and the word Liberty. If there's any noticeable doubling, you might have hit the jackpot. You'll also want to make sure your coin is in excellent condition. If you think you've found something special, take it to a professional coin dealer or have it graded by a reputable company like PCGS or NGC. Having your coin professionally graded is key if you want to know its true value. Graded coins can fetch significantly higher prices at auction, especially if they come with a certificate verifying their condition and authenticity. Trust me, this small investment can pay off big time when you sell. And if you've got a gem like this in your hands, auction houses will be lining up to get it into their next big event. Imagine the excitement of seeing your dime go up for auction and watching the bids climb higher and higher until someone walks away with $1 million treasure. Who knew that something as simple as a dime could be worth so much? It's amazing to think that a tiny piece of history, a 1978 D. Roosevelt dime, could change someone's life forever. So, don't overlook your spare change. You might just have $1 million coin sitting in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss out on more amazing coin stories and tips. Who knows? You might be holding a fortune and not even know it. Until next time, happy hunting, and may all your coins be treasures. We've got a really exciting topic, one that might just make you rush to check your coin collection or even your spare change. We're talking about the 1965 no-mint mark dime that's recently been selling for insane amounts of money, worth up to millions of dollars. You heard that right, a simple dime, worth just 10 cents, can fetch you a fortune. So, stick around because I'm going to break down exactly why this coin is so valuable, how to identify it, and how you might be able to cash in on this incredible opportunity. Could this be the most valuable dime you've ever owned? Let's find out. Before we get into why this 1965 dime could make you rich, let's dive into a bit of history. In 1965, the United States Mint made a significant change. Up until 1964, dimes were made of 90% silver, but due to rising silver prices, the mint switched to a copper-nickel blend for dimes starting in 1965. So, dimes produced from 1965 onwards should technically contain no silver. But here's where things get interesting. During that transition period in 1965, some dimes were accidentally struck on 90% silver planchets intended for 1964 dimes. These rare silver dimes, with no mint mark, are what collectors are after, and they are worth an absolute fortune. These error dimes are incredibly rare, and that's why they've fetched prices of up to millions of dollars at auctions. So, what makes this dime so valuable? It all comes down to two things: rarity and demand. The 1965 dimes struck on silver planchets are a huge error that shouldn't have happened. Most coins struck in 1965 were supposed to be made from the copper-nickel blend. Only a handful of these silver error dimes were minted by mistake, making them extremely rare. This coin's value skyrockets because collectors are always on the hunt for rare errors. In fact, some of these 1965 dimes have sold for as much as $1.5 million in top-grade condition. Imagine finding one of these in your pocket change or in an old coin jar. If you're lucky enough to find one of these coins, you could be looking at a life-changing payday. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty. How can you identify this potentially valuable 1965 silver dime? Here are a few things you should check. First, make sure the dime is from 1965. You'll find the date right on the front, next to Franklin D. Roosevelt's portrait. Look closely. If your dime has no mint mark under the date, you're off to a good start. Mint marks indicate where the coin was minted, and most of these error coins were made at the Philadelphia Mint, which didn't use a mint mark in 1965. This is the most important part. If the coin has a silver content, it could be one of the rare silver planchets. One easy way to tell is by the color of the edge ***. Regular copper-nickel dimes have a visible copper stripe on the edge, while silver dimes will have a solid silver edge with no copper showing. You can also get the coin weighed by a professional, or weigh it yourself if you have a precise scale. Silver dimes weigh about 2.5 grams, while copper-nickel dimes are slightly lighter at 2.27 grams. Alright, so you found a 1965 dime, and you think it could be one of the rare silver ones. What now? Where can you sell it? The first step is to get the coin professionally graded. You'll want to send it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NG. They'll verify whether or not it's a genuine error coin and assign it a grade based on its condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable it is. Once it's graded, you can take it to an auction house that specializes in rare coins, or even list it on major online auction sites like Heritage Auctioneer or eBay. Collectors from all over the world will be interested, and you could be looking at a bidding war that drives the price into the millions. Imagine the excitement of watching your 10-cent coin turn into $1 million prize. Who knew a simple 10-cent coin could be worth millions of dollars, right? If you have any questions, or if you think you found a rare coin, drop a comment below. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of our future content about rare and valuable coins. Thanks for watching, and we're talking about a dime that could make you a millionaire. Yes, you heard that right, the 1964 no-mint mark dime, a small coin with an astonishing value of millions of dollars. This unassuming little dime, with no mint mark, might just be sitting in your pocket change, but its value can be worth a fortune. Let's start with a little history. The 1964 dime was part of the Roosevelt series, a design introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Now, 1964 is a crucial year for coin collectors because it marked the end of silver coinage. Dimes minted that year were still made of 90% silver, which already makes them valuable. But here's the kicker: a select few of these dimes have no mint mark, and that's where things get really exciting. Dimes struck in 1964 were primarily minted in Philadelphia and Denver. Coins from Denver bear the D mint mark, while Philadelphia coins traditionally have no mint mark. However, certain no mint mark dimes from this year are so rare that they've been known to fetch incredible prices at auctions. And when I say incredible, I mean millions of dollars. Now, you might be wondering, why is this dime worth so much? There are a few reasons. First, the 1964 dimes were the last ones made with 90% silver before the switch to copper-nickel clad coins in 1965. But more importantly, the value skyrockets because of errors and varieties. One major factor that makes the no mint mark version of the 1964 dime so valuable is its incredible rarity. Some experts believe only a handful of these error coins exist, making them highly sought after by collectors. In fact, some of these rare 1964 no mint mark dimes have sold for over $1 million at auctions. Yes, one little dime can literally change your life. So, how do you know if you have one of these $1 million dimes? First, make sure the coin is from 1964. You'll find the date clearly printed on the front of the coin under Roosevelt's bust. Now, flip the coin over to the back. You're looking for the absence of a mint mark above the torch between the olive branch and oak branch. Remember, no mint mark means it was likely struck in Philadelphia, and this is where the real treasure lies. But here's an important tip: condition is everything. The better the condition, the higher the value. Coins in mint or uncirculated condition, especially graded by professional services, can fetch the highest prices. So, how much is this coin really worth? The highest grade of this coin has fetched over $1 million at auctions. A coin that's graded as Mint State 68, for example, can hit astronomical values due to its rarity and pristine condition. Even lower graded versions of the no mint mark 1964 dime can still sell for tens of thousands of dollars. This isn't just loose change, we're talking serious money here. Imagine finding one of these in your collection and cashing in for a fortune. So, if you've got old dimes lying around, now's the time to check them. Look for that magical 1964 no mint mark, examine the condition, and if you think you've hit the jackpot, consider getting your coin professionally graded. You never know, you could be sitting on $1 million dime. Who would have thought a single dime could hold so much value, right? It's amazing how such a small piece of history can make such a big impact. That's all for today's video, folks. If you enjoyed learning about this incredible 1964 no mint mark dime and want to see more videos on rare and valuable coins, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And as always, leave a comment below if you have any questions or want to share your coin finds. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! You never know what treasures you might discover next. We're diving deep into the world of US dimes, and we've got a really special one for you, the 1966 no mint mark Roosevelt dime. Believe it or not, this humble coin could be worth a fortune, possibly up to millions of dollars. Intrigued? Let's get started. At first glance, the 1966 Roosevelt dime looks like your average 10-cent coin. It was minted during a time when the US Mint had just transitioned away from silver coins, so these dimes are made of a copper-nickel clad. They weigh 2.27 grams and have a diameter of 17.9 millimeters. But what makes this coin so special? Before we dive into why this 1966 dime is potentially worth so much, let's first understand what no mint mark actually means. Normally, coins have a small letter stamped on them, indicating where they were minted, like a D4 Denver or an S4 San Francisco. But if a coin has no mint mark, it usually means it was minted in Philadelphia. In 1966, however, things were a bit different. Due to the Coinage Act of 1965, the US Mint temporarily stopped using mint marks to deter coin hoarding. So technically, all 1966 dimes are no mint mark coins, but what sets some of these coins apart? Okay, so now you might be thinking, If all 1966 dimes have no mint mark, why are some of them worth so much? Well, here's where it gets exciting. Coin experts and collectors believe that certain 1966 no mint mark dimes have incredibly high value due to errors or unique striking characteristics that make them stand out. These errors could range from double die strikes to misalignments, or even the use of leftover silver blanks from previous years. It's these rare error coins that send collectors into a frenzy. A 1966 dime with a significant error can fetch hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars at auction. One specific type of error to look out for is the double die, where certain parts of the coin design, like the date or the lettering, appear to be doubled due to a misalignment during the striking process. In fact, one 1966 dime with a rare error was auctioned off for over $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right, a dime sold for over $1 million. This kind of value makes searching your pocket change and old coin collections totally worth it. Alright, so how do you find out if your 1966 dime is the one worth millions? Here's what to look for. First, check the coin's condition. Coins in mint or uncirculated condition are always more valuable. Look for any unusual marks, doubling in the letters, or strange anomalies. Pay special attention to the year, the word liberty, and the "In God We Trust" motto. Next, get your coin authenticated. If you think you found an error coin, don't hesitate to take it to a professional coin grader, like those from the PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. Authentication is key in determining just how much your dime might be worth. But why do collectors care so much about error coins? It all comes down to rarity and demand. The rarer the coin, especially with an error, the higher its value. These anomalies make the coin unique, one of a kind, so they're prized by collectors all over the world. And when demand is high, the prices can skyrocket. Just look at other rare error coins that have sold for millions, like the 1943 copper penny or the 1975 Noah's Roosevelt dime. Who knows? You might be sitting on a fortune and not even know it. So next time you get your hands on a 1966 dime, take a closer look. It could be the next $1 million treasure hiding right in plain sight. Before you go, make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more coin tips, rare finds, and market insights. And if you think you have a rare 1966 dime, let us know in the comments below. We love hearing your stories. Thanks for watching, and remember, keep checking your change, because that next dime in your hand could be worth millions. See you in the next video. We're diving into a hidden gem from your pocket change, the 1967 no mint mark Roosevelt dime. That's right, this ordinary-looking dime could actually be worth millions of dollars. Stick around, because in this video, we're going to reveal the rare features, the coin's history, and why some of these coins are fetching eye-watering prices at auctions. Let's get started. The Roosevelt dime has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1946. It was introduced to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a key figure in American history. By the time we get to 1967, something interesting happens with the minting process. Due to a shortage of coins in circulation, the U.S. Mint made a major decision. For a few years, they stopped placing mint marks on coins. This included the 1967 dime. So, while millions of these no mint mark dimes were produced, what makes some of them so valuable today? Well, like with many collectible coins, it comes down to rarity, condition, and the demand among collectors. Now, let's take a closer look at what makes these dimes so special. First off, the key thing to notice is that there's no mint mark underneath the date. But here's where it gets interesting. Some coins from 1967 were struck in higher quality than others, especially those minted in special mint sets that year. The U.S. Mint released these special mint sets with coins that have an exceptional strike and better preservation. The best of these, especially when graded as near perfect or MS67 or higher by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC, can be worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. However, it's the ultra-rare error coins that really hit the jackpot. Imagine finding a 1967 dime with a misstrike or a double die error. These are incredibly hard to find, and when they do come up for auction, they can sell for, wait for it, over $1 million. In recent years, we've seen some truly amazing auction results. A perfect example is when pristine 1967 dimes with no mint mark hit the auction block, their value skyrockets. One such coin in top condition sold for nearly $1.3 million at auction. Yes, you heard that right. A dime worth millions. Now, this doesn't happen often, but it goes to show that the right combination of rarity, quality, and demand can make everyday coins into extraordinary finds. Okay, so by now you're probably thinking, do I have one of these dimes in my pocket or coin jar? Here's what you need to look out for. So, what do you do if you think you've hit the jackpot with your 1967 dime? First, get it authenticated and graded by a reputable company. After that, you can choose to auction it through major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers. These platforms attract serious collectors, and if your coin is in the right condition, you might be looking at a life-changing sale. So there you have it. That old 1967 no mint mark dime rattling around in your pocket or tucked away in your drawer could be worth a fortune. Remember, it's all about condition, rarity, and timing. If you're lucky enough to own one of these rare coins, make sure to get it graded and take it to auction. Who knows, you could become a millionaire overnight. Thanks for watching. Be sure to smash that like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and hit the bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Until next time, happy hunting! 1967 no mint mark dimes can be worth millions, especially in pristine condition or with rare errors. Professional grading is essential for unlocking their true value. Auctions are the best way to sell high-value coins. This script should captivate viewers by combining history, practical tips, and engaging visuals to convey the value of the 1967 no mint mark dime.